Hello everybody and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's all put our maths hats on, getting our thinking fingers out and ready to do some super duper learning. Okay, so to start with today, just as our little starter, we're going to start by counting to 20, which I know that you can do easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so I've got all my numbers on my whiteboard and we are going to read them together. Okay, are we ready? Are your voices all warmed up? Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Okay, do we think that we can count back from 20? Do you think we can count backwards? I do as well. Let's do it together. Are we ready? Voices ready, nice and loud. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Well done. Give yourself a clap and a pat on the back. Super work. Okay. Now then, what we are going to do now is, do you remember learning about one more than and one less than? Do you remember learning that? I'm sure you do. So, if I was to say I have the number 12, what would one more than be? So, we have one more than and one less than. If we have one more than something, does our number get bigger or does our number get smaller? You have a think and tell your adult next to you, what do you think? If you have one more than, does it get bigger or smaller? Okay, now you've had a think and told your adult, I want you to tell Miss Beth, does it get bigger or smaller? It gets bigger. Well done. So if I have the number 12 and I said, children at home, what is one more than 12? We would go up, wouldn't we? So one more than 12 would be what? It would be 13. One more than 12 is 13. Well done. What if I said, children at home, what is one less than 12? Because if one more means it gets bigger, then one less means it gets smaller. So one less than 12 would be what? It would be 11, wouldn't it? Well done. Okay, so this time I'm going to give you one and I want you to have a go on your own using your thinking fingers and telling your adult what you think it is. So our number I'm going to pick is 15. So we have the number 15 here. What is one more than 15? What is one more than 15? You tell your adult. Amazing. One more, which is going up, getting bigger, would be 16, wouldn't it? Amazing. Okay. What about if I said, what's one less than 15? You tell your adult and you have a think in your head. What's one less than 15? One less is 14. Well done. One less than 15 is 14. Amazing. Super duper work. Okay. So that was our starter and we're going to start our main activity. Okay everyone, and welcome to the main part of today's maths lesson. So I've got a sentence on my whiteboard and I'm going to read our sentence to you. It says, to be able to subtract from 20. To be able to subtract from 20, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing today in our maths lesson. Now, what does the word subtract mean? Can you use your thinking fingers to have a think? What does the word subtract mean? Because I know that you have been learning about it with Miss Das and with Miss Tegan. So what does subtract mean? Subtract means to take things away. So if you had some sweets at home, Miss Beth would take them away and I would be subtracting some sweets from you, wouldn't I? So subtract means to take away. So if we are subtracting and taking away, does that mean that when we subtract a number, it gets smaller? Or does our number get bigger if we're subtracting, if we're taking away? What do you think? I think that when we subtract, our number gets smaller, doesn't it? It doesn't get bigger because we're taking away, our number will get smaller. Now, I have a friend here with me today. And I know you've met my friend before and she's come to say hi. Do we all remember Sally Subtraction? I think we do, don't we? Now, Sally Subtraction has been super naughty this morning. Miss Beth came into school and she had a packet of sweets. Miss Beth's favourite sweets. But in my bag of sweets, there was 14 sweets. 14 sweets in my bag. And I left the classroom this morning to do a job and I came back and Sally had subtracted 2 of my sweets. Sally Subtraction had eaten 2 of my sweets. She took 2 of my sweets away. How naughty is that? Miss Beth was so sad this morning. So I know that you're all super duper good at subtracting and you've done it lots and lots, haven't you? So today we're going to carry on doing our subtraction from 20, but using a different type of equipment to help us. Now, I think you'll know what these are. So thinking fingers ready, maths caps on to do some super duper work. So I have some of these. Do you know what these are? I think you do as well. Can you tell your adult or tell the camera, what is Miss Beth holding? What are these in my hand? These are Dean's or base 10, aren't they? Dean's or base 10. So why do we call them base 10? Do you know? I think you know as well. It's because we know that this represents 10, doesn't it? This represents 10. You show me 10 fingers at home. We know that this represents 10 because it's made up of 10 cubes of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Represents 10. What about these little ones? What do these represent? Our little ones represent 1, don't they? These represent 1. Okay, so have you got a piece of paper and pencil ready? Because if you have, then I've got something that we need to do. So how do we write the number 10? How do we write the number 10? I want you to write the number 10 on your piece of paper. Okay, so we write the number 10 like this, don't we? So we know that this represents 10 and this is how we write the number 10. What about if Miss Beth added some 1s to our number 10? I've added some 1s to my number 10. How many 1s do I have? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 1s and 1 10. What does 1 10 and 3 1s make? Can you use your thinking fingers and tell your adult what does 1 10 and 3 1s make? It makes the number 13, doesn't it? The number 13. 1 10 and 3 1s make the number 13. So you write the number 13 on your piece of paper with Miss Beth. 13. Okay. Now I know we all are super duper good at using base 10 and working with base 10, aren't we? Yes, we are. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our base 10 to do some subtraction sums. But we're going to do them together and then you can do your follow-up tasks at home. Now, before I told you that naughty Sally Subtraction took away some of my sweets, didn't I? She took away some of my sweets, so we're going to work out how many sweets I had left after she took them away. So, can you remember how many sweets I had to start off with? I had 14 sweets. So we have 13 now, don't we? And I need to make 14. So we're going to add one more. So I started off with 14 sweets. And do you want to write this you be writing along with Miss Beth? So I started with 14 sweets. 14 sweets. And naughty Sally Subtraction came in, saw Miss Beth wasn't there, and took 2 of them away. 2 of them away. So Sally took away 2. What sign do we need to use in our equation for subtract? Do we use this sign? Do we use this sign? What sign? We use this sign, don't we? This sign means subtract. So 14 subtract or take away how many? She took away 2 of my sweets. So 14 subtract 2. Then what do we need to put here? We need to put equals to work out what it equals. So we know that we have 14 sweets here, don't we? So we have 14 here and she took 2 away. So what do I need to do from my number here? I need to take away 2 of my ones, don't I? So 1, 2. How many does Miss Beth have left? Shall we count together? Okay, so we know we have 1 10 and 1 2 ones. What does 1 10 and 2 ones make? It makes the number 12, doesn't it? So we know that 14 subtract 2 equals 12. Have you wrote this on your piece of paper? Amazing. Okay, well done. So let's do another one. So, me and my little sister went to the shop before lockdown. And we went to the pet shop and we went to look at some rabbits because we wanted to buy a rabbit for our home. Now, when we went to look at the rabbits, there was 15 rabbits in the pet shop. 15 of them. But when we went back to pick up our rabbit, 5 of them had been taken. But they'd been taken away to new homes. So there was 15 rabbits when we first went to the pet shop, and then 5 of them found a new home. So 5 of them was taken away from the pet shop. I need to have 5 ones, don't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got the number 15 here. 1 10 and 5 ones. 15. So I'm going to write 15. And you write this on your paper as well. So 15. And then what do I need to write next? Because we are subtracting, aren't we? So what sign do I need? I need the subtract sign. So 15 take away. So we had 15 rabbits at the pet shop and 5 of them were taken away to a new home. So what number do I need to write here? 15 take away 5. Because 5 of the rabbits were taken to a new home. So 15 take away 5. And then what do we need to put? An equal sign. So, what do I need to do here then? I've got 15 and I need to take away 5. So what does Miss Beth need to do? I need to take away 5 of my ones, don't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many does Miss Beth have left? What does Miss Beth have left? We know that this is what? 10. So we know that 15 take away 5 equals 10. Amazing. Have you wrote this down on your piece of paper as well? Good. Very, very impressed today. High fives. Really, really good. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do a bit of a tricky one because I know how good you all are at maths. Okay, so one day, I went to the shop and I needed to buy some pens and pencils for my work. for my learning, I needed to buy some pens and pencils. So when I went to buy my pens and pencils, I bought 18 pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bought 18 pencils. But when I got home, my mum said to me, Miss Beth, I need to use some of your pens and pencils because I've got loads of work to do and I don't have any. So I had to share my pens and pencils with my mum because it's nice to share, isn't it? So I started with 18 pens and pencils. So what do we need to write first? 18, don't we? Because we started with the number 18. So you write that on your piece of paper. Okay. Now what are we doing today? Are we adding or are we subtracting? We're subtracting, aren't we? So what sign do we need to use next? Our subtraction sign. Now my mum said, I'm really sorry, Miss Beth, but I need to use some of your pens and pencils for my work. So I was like, of course you can, because it's nice to share. Now she took away 4 of my pens and pencils. She took 4 of my pens and pencils. So what do I need to write here? How many did she take away? 4. So we're going to write the number 4. I started with 18 and 4 of them got taken away. So what do I need to do here? I've got 18 here, and how many of them do I need to take away? I need to take 4 of them away, don't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do I have left? Should we count? So we know Miss Beth has 1 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So 1 10 and 4 ones left. What number does that make? It makes the number 14. 1 10 and 4 ones makes the number 14. So I'm going to write equals 14. So we know that 18 take away 4 equals 14, don't we? Amazing. You have all done absolutely super work today and I'm so impressed. Air high five and give yourself a massive pat on the back. Well done. Okay, so there are some instructions on Google Classroom about what your activity is for your adult to read and help you, okay? So you're going to have some odd objects to help show base 10 like Miss Beth has, and you're going to use them to do some subtraction equations, okay? And I can't wait to see all your work. I will see you all soon. Bye!